It's funny when you see folks on social media, the juvenile delusional fandom, get all worked up and happy saying that AAA's Triplemania was one of the best wrestling shows of the year. When you see some of the WWE stars being incorporated with some of the over-the-top, character-driven AAA stars that you have when it comes to Mr. Iguana or Flamer or El Hijo de Vikingo or, Nino Hamburguesa or Microman. Like, there's certain stars, Pagano, Psycho Clown. There's obviously, in that Mexican crowd at Mexico City tonight, they just show where they have such a setup and how good they can go with the crowd. And on top of that, that they have characters that are based on make-believe, and that they can do things when the booking to create some fun and campiness. With some of the visuals that you saw tonight, that's one of the things that WWE would be really good at, but they're not doing that now under Triple H. When you see at the end of the Battle Royal, the Bardal Battle Royal, right? Copa Bardal Gauntlet match. That's Bardal is a brand of automotive products, okay? And then what they did was you have Omos come out of nowhere. He beats Le Parker in the gauntlet match, but you see Microman. And I know that the juvenile delusional fandom, for most of you, you don't know who Microman is. You've never seen him before. But Microman, I saw enough of him in MLW because we got a good dose of him. And St. Laurent brought him out there, and it was an amazing character. But you know what? It's one of those things where you give that idea of let's get the big with the super midget, and that Omos versus Microman look. And because the Microman character is so hilarious and so well done, like, when you see the other wrestlers that will go ahead and they will take his shots, right? Take his moves, and they will do it as it's real. And it's the best part. I love when they have Microman out here doing the moves and they have all those other wrestlers just playing along, and it's fantastic. So it looked really good. Omos just putting a big foot, a big size 20 boot, kicks Microman, and then just tosses him like he's just like a sack of potatoes. It's hilarious. And that was one of the most memorable parts of the night, one of the most viral parts of the night that everybody really loved. As for the Latin American Championship, El Macias being sent out there, and he'll the Dr. Wagner, he wins, and a very memorable moment for father and son to going into that. That's what the whole mix of that, which I'm glad they actually kind of let that kind of go, where WWE might have had a lot to do with the booking of some of the matches, but I'm sure they had some reasons for some of the other things they decided to do. Judgment Day over Mr. Iguana and Nino Hamburguesa and Lola Vice, but the most memorable part of this match is Finn Bálor. I didn't think we would ever get to this part, but somebody was thinking back there. They decided, okay, Mr. Iguana needs an opponent, and they come out with Demonico. And I'm like, the demon character as a puppet, fantastic. That made me smile. That made me laugh. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Somebody was thinking back there, and I don't know who allowed that to go, but it was one of the best. Again, another moment. It's like you have moments that are memorable. It's not just the matches. Remember, it's the pageantry. It's the showmanship. It's the stagecraft of the show. We had visuals. We had optics that make the show different. These are the kind of little nuances that normally a storyline driven, character driven the WWE show would be like. I'm hoping that what AAA gave to this audience, that of any of the WWE fans were watching, because it looks like there might have been a couple 100,000 were watching on the English feed of YouTube when there was others watching on the Spanish feed. So I guess we're going to get like 500,000 plus that probably watch live, and then others will catch it after the fact. So of those that got to watch it, I decided to go and watch it tonight anyway. The one thing they were probably going to do is that if you have it set where what AAA brings, what they've always brought, is character-driven, storyline-driven. These over-the-top, campy characters, they're not afraid of making fun of themselves. They're not afraid of being goofy or nerdy or whatever. It's what they do. And then you had Pagano and Street Clown. They beat Los Garza, which they should have been. By the way, Los Garza grabbing the kendo sticks with the barbed wire. And I'm telling you, Angel Garza easily just grabbed one of those barbed wire kendo sticks. He wasn't paying attention to the fact it was a barbed wire looking kendo stick, and he just grabs it like it's nothing. So that kind of took away from the whole idea. Come on, guys, pay attention. And then Flamer over Fabio Paci and Natalia. And again, Loki model. Natalia in a serious role. This is something I've always wanted to go and see from her anyway, because this is, when you have a character that's kind of going along for a while, that's what I want to see, man. Let's go. Let's get her out there and allow her to go and evolve. And this is a character of her own. And I imagine if she was anywhere else in any of the promotions, she would be doing some kind of character similar to this. And it's fun to go and see that she got to go and play this character in this realm. And so much plunder for the AAA Mega Championship when you got El Hijo de Vikingo. They have it where he retains. I'm not sure what they're going to think about that, but all right, they decided to go that route. And you get El Gran Americano with a couple different versions of the character. It was obviously Luke Kaiser that was underneath the mask this time around. I don't know if that was Chad Gable that came back. Not sure what to think. Or I'm sure Pete Dunne was one of those characters as well, but not sure what they're going to think about that. Then you had Judgment Day coming with Plunder. And Dominic coming in with the metal-plated mask. Trying to use that. And interesting enough, they decided, okay, well, Dominic Mysterio was going to go ahead and looks like he was going to be the one that was going to come away with the win, but AJ Styles comes out to interfere. So I don't know if the AJ Styles storyline continues into AAA Mania Worlds Collide, for a AAA Worlds Collide, or if it just continues the storyline through WWE, but fine. They're going to continue that storyline. I love the idea that they do that. If they're not going to continue it on the main roster, keep it in AAA, fine. I love they're going to see that too. That's okay with me. I was just surprised that Dominic did not get the win this time around. And I'm happy that El Grande Americano did not get the win and the title this time around. So, overall, when you look at the whole spectrum of things, I like the fact to see that with AAA, hopefully there's some things they see here and some of the booking when they have to go and work alongside WWE and AAA together, that some of the storylines, some of the booking that they have, that they're allowed to go ahead and play a little make-believe. They're allowed to go and get a little more storyline. And I want to play so too cool for school. These are some of the things we love as wrestling fans. And some of the juvenile delusional fandom actually enjoyed it. So you can go ahead and do that. That would actually inject some energy into the storylines of what they're doing right now. So that's just me. I don't know if TKO is going to allow them to do that, but I think this is a direction I'm going to talk about when it comes to allowing more make-believe. Allowing a little more, create a story to make a story. You're allowed to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I hope they kind of consider that route. Anyway, we'll talk more about this coming up this week on the Wrestling is Real podcast, because wrestling needs us.